All right. Hello, namaste, and welcome. Thank you for clicking on breathing support for stress relief, breathing techniques for stress relief. I'm so glad that you're here and that you clicked play today. Looks like in the live we have one person here. I'm curious who that person is, so go ahead and share. Maybe it's Emily, our moderator for today. And we have another yogi. Thank you for checking in. Welcome. My name is Samson. Go ahead and type into the chat function your name. Thank you for sharing. And then also where you're tuning in from. And just because it's fun to know, maybe something about your weekend or the weather or like something. But thank you for contributing to the connection that we have here in this virtual space. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Hi, Kristen. How are you today? Thanks for being here. Kristen, are you with us for the full half hour? Do you have the time today to set aside some distraction and breathe? Of course, there's no pressure. Just curious. So for those of you who are tuning in, welcome. This is Breathing Techniques for Stress Relief. My name is Samson, and it's so much fun to be here guiding you on Monday afternoons. So thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are clicking play, maybe because you had a stressful day later on during this week, I think you wound up in a really great spot, and thanks for being here. Emily Schmuckler, if you are present, go ahead and type in hello. And also, oh, that's okay, Kristen. Thanks for being here for what you can. Emily, go ahead and type in, hello. And also, if the setup is doing okay, like anyone can help with this feedback too. We'll get started here in a couple of moments, but how is the volume of this little background music? Is it too loud? We're doing good with internet. I just can't thank you all enough. All of us at CorePower, we can't thank you enough for being here and for click and play. Thank you for doing that. I hope that you recognize what an awesome thing you're doing, not only for yourself, but just all those around you by clicking play and doing some internal work. Yes, Diane from San Diego. Stress relief in this crazy time. I know, and I'm actually really excited, Diane. I won't spill the beans, but I'm excited to talk about like why we changed the name. Truly because of that exact reason. So you're not alone. Thank you for sharing. Yes, okay, so Emily is in the house. This is a really exciting team. So my name is Samson. I will guide you. And you have Emily Schmuckler moderating the chat function. So if you have any questions throughout this, type them in. I'll do my best to vocalize the answers. And at the same time, she'll type in answers. She'll also type in supplemental information. So thankful for you, Emily. Glad you're here. Emily, let me know if there's anything I should change about music, setup, anything like that. I am a sucker for a little bit of environment, so I'm like, I have to have some music at the beginning and the end at least. We'll take it down for some of the, thank you, Emily, for some of the breathing techniques, but if nothing else, at least there's a moment where you just get to listen to something beautiful, and in this case, it's beautiful violin, or meditation music. Ah. All right, so it looks like it's that time. We are officially on the hour. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is Breathing Techniques for Stress Relief. I'm Samson, I'll guide you, and we have Emily supporting on the chat. Before we dive into anything at all, we know as humans and as yogis and as honestly just beings that a couple of breaths are a good place to start. So sit up tall. And then sit up a little bit taller and notice the muscles that engage to support you in that lift. Do something comfortable with your hands. I'm a fidgeter, so I like to fidget, crack a knuckle or two, and then place them on purpose down. Right now they're on my lap. Okay, and find space in your jaw. Soften your forehead. Before we do any controlled breathing, notice your breath. That's funny. I literally just made the sound like I tasted something delicious, and it wasn't planned. Um, because if you are able to tune in and have just a present moment with whoa, the power of breath, it's honestly nourishing. The reason that you can provide just a little bit of awareness to breath before we control it or provide any techniques is that breath is like our best friend. It's always there to nourish us in every moment. So honor where it is right now. What moves in your body as a result of your natural breathing? Tune into what this body scan does for your mind chatter. Does your mind chatter race as your breath slows? Or does it slow as your breath softens? What does the change in mind chatter do for your physical body? For me, it's generating a smile. That's very real. Now let's honor our breath with a little bit of control. Breathe in any way on purpose. Breathe out equally. That is one of 3 of our opening breaths. Do it again. Inhale in any way on purpose. Breathe out in any way on purpose. Yes, do that one last time here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yay, okay, open your eyes. That was our welcome, team. If you are able, type in the chat function one way that you have nourished yourself this past week. If you are at home, or I guess everyone's at home, but if you're watching this later, or if you are unable to type in the chat function, actually do this. Grab a pen, grab a note card, that's what I've been using this entire week, and write down a way that you've been nourishing yourself. And share it. I'll give you the next 15 seconds to orchestrate a really small, specific answer in your brain. As you're orchestrating this thought, it's such a great reminder that there are so many different ways that we can nourish. So Deanne shared, I might have just gotten your name wrong because it's disappeared, but I did read the comment, so correct me, that she disconnected from social media and that she rode her bike. So nourishing, the fresh air, getting out of the mind chatter that's just like thrown in our faces. Thank you for sharing, Diane and Andrea. I'll share that the way that I've nourished myself, thank you, Mary, for sharing the hiking, Andrea for yoga, yes, is I've been very mindful of what I'm eating and when I'm eating it through intermittent fasting and through specific nutrition choices. And it made me realize that all of it is extra because breath is the most nourishing thing that we have. It's why the chemistry happens in the body that turns all of our food nutrients into um, energy. It's also what releases unneeded energy. Truly, that chemical shift of when you're, the oxygen goes into carbon dioxide, and that exhale is a huge part to releasing everything that isn't nourishing. So, anyways, I thought I'd share and also frame up that today's perspective for breath is just a buffet. It is a tasty buffet of different breath techniques today, so you can pick the one that will nourish you the most right now. You'll notice that we changed the name of this workshop away from Pranayama Workshop, which is a little specific to like people who already know yoga. That might be you. And really, the world right now, this is a stressful time that's brand new for all of us, and everyone can benefit from pausing and breathing. The benefits, and Emily can type in other benefits to the chat function as well, of breath and stress reduction are profound. A really big one is the awareness between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, which we'll talk about a little bit. But if you're on board with that name change, please share this link with all in your life, even those who aren't maybe practitioners of yoga yet. At CorePower Yoga, we believe in spreading yoga for all. And I'm excited about the reframe. Every week we'll guide through breath techniques in order to reduce stress, which is an opportunity for us. How can we use this specific time right now to provide nourishment for our entire lives? And that would be the win. If there is something that you take away from this period of time, if it's the power of breath and you bring that back into whatever the next chapter of life brings you, that would be a major, major win. If this is your first time tuning in, a recap of what we've covered is a little bit of anatomy for breath and some breath techniques so far. When you started that breath intro, you may have noticed that you used your belly, you used your chest muscles, you used even your throat and jaw. No matter when you're breathing, it is amazing to reconnect with those anatomy points. Let's do that right now. Sit up tall. Take your hands, place them right here on your low belly. Breathe in. Now breathe out, just your belly. Team, that is the contraction of your diaphragm, your low belly muscle that supports the vacuum, which creates space for oxygen to come into your blood, or into your lungs. Let's do it again. Inhale, belly. Exhale, belly. Most humans aren't yet comfortable moving their belly, so take tons of pride in what you have and move it. Final time, inhale, get big in your belly, feel the opening. Exhale, contract your belly up and in. Hopefully you feel a little bit more grounded as a result. Now, the soft part of your hands to your ribs. And I know this is review, so I won't go too deep. I like the low part of your ribs where you can kind of feel, this is your sternum bone or your breastbone or chest bone, flare into your ribs. Inhale your belly first, and then up into your ribs and feel the expansion. Yay. Exhale ribs, and then your belly. Good. So all of your bronchioles that are down in the low part of your ribs, they get more chance to share the oxygen and the shift and the chemistry down low. So Vacuum of your diaphragm, supported by space in your lowest ribs first, is essential for grounding breath. The place where most humans are used to breathing is up here in your chest. Still helpful, yet only as a supplement once you bring oxygen down low. So let's add it in. First, just feel just the chest. Inhale, just lift your chest. Probably shallower. Exhale here. One more. Inhale, just your chest. Exhale. So as a recap of the anatomy, the full breath is inhale, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Join in. Belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Two more. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Final one. Amazing. Thank you for doing that. So regardless of the breath technique that you try on to take down your stress and to get present, to get grounded, one of the very first steps is checking in with what muscles, what's happening in your body, what is happening in that exchange of oxygen first to help you stay present. Cool, and before we get started with any more breath techniques, I'd love to share, and Emily will add on, I'm sure, that all of this is to serve you. So there truly are contraindications for breathing or side effects. So just do what feels really good. Know that some of the side effects could be lightheadedness, anxiety, and truly that is something just to be aware of, right? You should never force yourself into doing something that feels uncomfortable or is causing you to have panic in the heart. Instead, take it down a notch and do what feels right for you. Basically, all of that is just a really big permission that whenever you're breathing on purpose, take everything that your guide is offering as just a suggestion and listen to your muscles and air. And we have highlighted nervous system. But what actually is the nervous system, and what role does that play in breath and also stress reduction? So sit up tall and close your eyes, or journal on this. You get to pick, whatever feels right for you. And with whatever your current awareness of your nervous system is, just think about, what is my nervous system? What does my nervous system provide for me? How does the word nerves show up in your life? I love the saying, you're getting on my nerves. You know, I say that to my boyfriend all the time, or whatever it is. But go a layer deeper. What role does your nervous system play in your life? And where are you at with it? Tap in. You can journal, or you can type in and share. What I love to share for you today is the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. Our nervous system is really a communication system right between your brain and your body. Breath is awesome because it happens on its own. Breath is also awesome because you can make a choice to breathe in a specific way. So when you're making the choices, or like we talked about a couple weeks back, breathing on purpose, you are using your nervous system in addition to the breath. And parasympathetic nervous system team is what pulls you out of fight or flight and into rest and digest. It lowers your heart rate. It creates a sense of grounding a sense of comfort. It's another really specific reason why controlled breath usually helps us, or we need to go into our belly and low ribs, right? Because many of us breathe up here in our chest. So imagine this, if you're breathing in and out of your chest really fast, that might instill the opposite effect, which is the sympathetic nervous system. This is what brings us into heightened awareness, survival, fight, defend, take action, and work. So what's really awesome, and Emily's typing in some other really great benefits too. What's really awesome about the way that these two work together is, yeah, there are breathing controls and techniques that do upregulate, bring you into sympathetic nervous system, maybe like a fast breath. However, because of the stressful world that we're in, most of us benefit more from the ones that activate your parasympathetic nervous system or ground you, lower heart rate, lower the sense of panic. So we'll recap 3 breaths that we have done already on this. And we'll actually recap 2 and add a third is what I meant to say. So now's the time to do it. We'll spend just about 2 to 3 minutes in each breath and be aware of how is your breath A, nourishing yourself, and B, supporting your nervous system. All right, so roll your head, sip of water if you need it, and let's review just one more time. 3 minutes of 3-dimensional breath. It is the breath that we started today with. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Again, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Keep going. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Permission to go at a different tempo. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Keep going. I'm providing just a little bit of vibration so that you don't have to listen to cues, but instead listen to your own rhythm. One more minute here. Final 2 breaths, team. Take your journal or type into the chat function. What did that nourish? That was a specific type of breath, 3-dimensional breathing, breathing in your low belly, your chest, your ribs. It also is breathing in all the planes of movement, right? Picturing like a inflating of a beach ball or balloon ball and then down. Specifically, what did that nourish? You can share or just journal. This is a huge activator for your parasympathetic nervous system. Thank you for sharing. We'll move on to another one. This is a recap of what we did last week, which is a vinyasa, or breathing with movement. So you can utilize the exact same anatomy points, belly, chest, and ribs, but you get to layer in more action. Cool? Thank you. Diane shared that she felt stability and calmness, which is amazing to hear. Good job. So when you inhale, reach your hands up, and once your fingers touch is the top of your inhale. Exhale, draw a circle down, allow your fingers to touch again. This is fun because you actually get to learn some more control. You are in charge of the rhythm. So let's do this together. However, you might go on a different rhythm than I do. Breathe in, breathe out. So these are the scans you can make in your body. Is there more breath to take in? And if so, should I slow my movement? Is there more breath that can be expelled? And if so, should I slow my movement? What does it feel like when they truly match? When the very full lung in is when your motion completes. When everything that is unserving is out is when your motion finishes. Once you find that sweet spot, allow the feeling of your muscles doing the work to totally disappear. Instead, allow your breath to be the fuel. And take 5 like that. For many, this provides a feeling of getting lost in movement. Depending on your rhythm, 2 more. Final one. And shake it out. All right, so that's fun. That's essentially what you do when you come to like a CorePower yoga class. It's Vinyasa. And truly, my favorite reason why that transition is there is because that's how we move from standing at attention when we set our intention into mountain pose. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Right? So that breath to movement nourishes maybe something specifically different for you. So journal or chat, what did that type of movement and breath connection nourish in your body and mind? For me, Vinyasa, and this is just my experience, it completely nourishes and supports the sensation of meditation. Another translation of Vinyasa is moving meditation. And so your breath, if you are stressed out, team, a couple of moments where you move and breathe, the metaphor that I've drawn to my brain is it's an expressway. It is an expressway that you can get on, merge on right away, and drive directly into the exact moment that you're in. And that little spotty scans of, is there more room for motion? Is there more room for breath? Helps you stay so focused on the exact moment right now that you almost have no choice but to have the sensation of meditation, which we know from yoga philosophy, which we'll talk down the line, is the result of focus. So thank you for experiencing that and being open to what that might bring into your life. The very final one that we'll play around with today is a little bit of a combo. This is the first time that, at least on this series, that I've offered breath retention, which is essentially holding your breath. This is one that we do run the risk of instilling a little bit of panic, anxiety, and it's totally up to you how you respond to that. It's also not recommended to control your breath if you have health concerns, or retain your breath, meaning hold your breath, specifically being pregnant and other issues. So if you have any voice in the back of your brain that says, maybe not for me, you can learn through other breath techniques and still participate, or participate through other breath techniques and still learn. Cool, so basically it's at the top of a breath, you'll hold, wait, and then exhale. At the bottom of your breath, you'll hold, wait, and then inhale. And again, be open to, what does this nourish? What does this type of breathing nourish in my life? All right, shake it out. This is the final one, team. We'll do an 8-count inhale. Breathe in. 4-count hold, hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4-count hold, hold at the bottom of your exhale. Trust. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4-count hold, 4. Exhale. 4-count hold. Inhale. Almost there. 8-count hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing out. Trust it. Hold. 8 counts. Here it is. Breathe in. 8. Hold. 8. Exhale. 8. Hold. Breathe in for 4. Let it go. Shake that out. All right. Friends, how did that nourish yourself? What did that feel like? Journal it. Truly go there. How did holding my breath at the top, holding my breath at the bottom, nourish my overall breath? I'd love to know. As you're thinking, I'll share with you what I experienced. I experienced that, oh my God, when I'm stressed out, I hold my breath at the top. And what I experience is, for the first 4 counts of that holding breath at the exhale, a little bit of nerves. For the second 4 counts, a little bit of release. So really what the takeaway is, the nourishment reminds me that it's all going to be okay and that so much of how I respond to stress is in my control. And that my breath is going to do what it does on its own because it does that. But we always have the ability, and that's what these sessions together should imply, that we always have the ability to take a little bit of that ownership, control, and power back into our stressful situations. So as we leave here today, or as you click away from this video, um, the big ask is, what will nourish your week? Thank you so much, Kristen, for sharing. She said she didn't think she could hold it for the 8, but then realized that it was actually accessible. And I think that that's so common. And again, if you're struggling to match the holds, you can do shorter holds, which is why we started with 4 counts. It's a little less rhythmic, but it's the same benefit. What will breathing on purpose nourish this week? That is what I leave you with today. I will be here again next week, and everybody, we have so many opportunities for you to experience all the benefits of yoga, and this is just one of them. So keep your eyes peeled. Emily will chat into our function the newest way that we're connecting, which is live, or CorePower Live, and the link is live.corepoweryoga.com. You get to experience 30-minute you get to experience 60-minute long classes, whereas the 30-minute ones will stay here on YouTube. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, you loved the breath technique and the use of the Tibetan singing bowl. I am so with you, my friend. Like, if I don't have some kind of vibration, my brain chatter goes a little bit nuts. So this helps me stay grounded. Also, if you have any feedback for what you would like to learn next week, you can share it. There are 13 of you on here now, which is so good. Please come on Wednesday at this time. That's when Emily, who's moderating today, does Ayurveda. Well, she does it on Wednesday and Thursdays. I am there every Thursday, and that's when we cook, and Wednesdays when we learn. So it's just amazing. So Emily, if you want to type in like anything that they might need to come prepared for next week, you can now. And at the same time, she might be fleshing out what she's gonna offer like tomorrow or something. So I'm so excited to see all of you there again with Emily. We have Anthony tomorrow. I'll be there too. I'll be there every day this week, so we can learn together. Team, thank you for tuning in during this stressful time, because it is. There is so much opportunity. And yeah, I think that's the takeaway. How can breathing techniques or any kind of on-purpose technique in our life nourish us during this time of stress? So I did some Instagram live earlier, and I said it then, I'll say it again. This feels like when you first fall in love and then have to hang up FaceTime and no one wants to. Thank you, Emily. And it's like, I'm gonna hang up. No, you are. But I'm gonna hang up. I gotta do it. So here it comes. Thank you for hitting play. We'll see you very soon. Peace and love to all.